Here's a look at the 8 things you need to know today. As expected, voter turnout on primary election day was low. News 8's Eric Jacobson takes a closer look at the numbers and what we should expect come November.
Lisa, yesterday's primary saw incumbents such as Jennifer Schilling and Paul Ryan winning by wide margins. But according to the La Crosse County Clerk's office, only about 17% of registered voters participated in this election. But they expect that number to be much higher come November.
No matter what type of contested races are on there, the turnouts are just always low.
Tuesday's primary election was a quiet one at the polls.
I think their attention is more focused on the presidential election already, and it kind of gets overlooked.
I would say less than 1/3 of the voters showed up yesterday.
But come November,
We're probably going to be casting about 70,000 votes. As last night, we casted only about 11,000 votes in La Crosse County.
experts say the voting booths will be a lot more busy.
It is the highest type of turnout election that we have. People want to vote for the president for whatever reason. That is the number one thing in most people's minds. He's the leader of the free world, leader of the country. So he or she in this year will in fact take on a very powerful position.
However, UW La Crosse political science professor Joe Heim says this year's unusual presidential election could impact turnout.
The outsiders, the dissident people, they showed up for Trump, they showed up for Bernie Sanders. Will they show up in the fall to increase the turnout? Or will people say, I've really had enough of this, I'm kind of tired of politics, I don't like Trump or I don't like Hillary Clinton, so they're going to stay home? That would lower the turnout.
But Heim also says local elections will also be key in driving up turnout.
If you've got, for example, Kapankey, Schilling, and it looks like a real strong contest, it's going to draw people out. Same for the Feingold-Johnson race. If those two races ended up very one-sided, and sometimes it shows up in polls, people will tend to say, well, this is already decided, I'll stay home. So competition and competitive races will increase turnout.
So whether the turnout is 20 or 60% come November, voting booths will be ready regardless.
Things will still go smoothly, but our phones will be ringing off the hook with people calling to find out where to go vote because of the more number of people going to vote.
Heim says redistricting, or a practice known as gerrymandering, is also playing a big role on turnout. Gerrymandering is when voting districts are drawn up due to political interest and leading to less competitive races.
Interesting. Now, you talked a little bit about yesterday's primary and the low voter turnout. Who typically turns out, who do experts say typically turns out for those types of elections?
Well, because these are partisan primaries, those who vote in these elections are pretty party regulars, and what Heim calls our civic duty voters, who will usually vote in every single election.
All right. Thank you so much for this story.